Good afternoon, Alex. Lafayette police have confirmed that one person has been shot. Now, I'm going to give you an idea of what the scene looks like here. There is an armed suspect in a home off Railroad Street. One project after another after another. It's hard to escape construction in Lafayette. And while it's a headache for drivers, city leaders say these projects are actually a sign that the city continues to move forward. The victim noticed she was being tailgated when she looked in her rear view mirror. She was then run off the road and robbed at gunpoint. Drowning is the #1 cause of death for children 1 to 4 years old. It only takes seconds for a child to fall in and die, which is why parents are being reminded to keep a close eye on their little one. Nearly 27 million Americans fell victim to phone scams last year. They lost a combined $7 billion.
And the Attorney General says the problem isn't going away. It's actually getting worse.
As a mom, do you think that this is something that you'll ever fully heal from after losing a child?
Oh gosh, Krista, that's a hard question. A hard question.
In part 2, I sit down with several other families from our community and hear their stories of life after their loss. Here's a look at what I'm working on for tomorrow. How do you get by after losing a child?
It's only by the faith that you walk.
Very few details are known at this time, but what we can tell you is that the initial call came in at about 9:40 this morning when 2 men walked into this Salem bank here in Flora. Good morning, Alex. We're back here at Arnie's to celebrate its 50th anniversary today. A few minutes ago, I was put to the test. I made an Arnie's pizza. Brad, what did you think about? How did I do?
Not bad.
Okay. Are you going to join me for a piece?
Absolutely.
Let's taste this.
Absolutely. Cheers.
Cheers.
News 18's Krista Henery is live at the banquet hall right now. She joins us with details of Cruz's first Indiana appearance. Krista?
Well, good afternoon, Jeff and Gina. Yes, several people already making their way into the banquet facility here where the GOP spring dinner is expected to start at 6:30. Now, this comes just a day after Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump made a stop in Indianapolis. We're told that Governor Mike Pence and Senator Ted Cruz are wrapping up their one-on-one meeting at the governor's mansion right now.
Wedding highlights, Paul and Wilma Jean. November 7th, 1953.
It's a love story that started 63 years ago.
Oh, he was handsome.
It didn't take long for Wilma to fall in love with Paul and find herself walking down the aisle in this white dress.
You know what this is, right?
Yes, where did you find that?
I have it. I kept it.
But Wilma and Paul Klaus's love story recently had an unexpected chapter.
Well, we've just been together a long time, and I just miss him.
The couple, now in their late 80s, were living together in an assisted living facility in Lafayette. But after Paul had some unexpected health issues, the couple was separated. Medicaid has now placed Paul at a different assisted living facility. How much do you miss him?
Lots. Lots.
The couple's daughters, Karen and Cindy, call the situation a nightmare.
Having to move them to separate facilities has been the hardest thing.
It's been extremely hard for the change for my dad. He has dementia, severe dementia.
Together, they could remember things better. Together, they could do a better conversation.
But now they only get to see each other during scheduled weekly visits between the two facilities. What is it like when you do get to see him?
It's nice. It's nice.
And the daughters say they don't want to see their parents' story end like this, and they want to see them continue writing their love story side by side.
It's not what they wanted. It's not what they worked for.
They paid into the system. They paid their Medicare and their Medicaid, and I want them to be able to spend their last days together.
I love him. I just miss having him around.
We are sharing the story of a young boy with a big heart.
10-year-old Peter Greer has taken it upon himself to spend his summer giving back to other children in our community. He's collecting used bikes, repairing them, and turning what was once junk to one kid into a gift for another. In the back room of Union Street Auto Sales, you'll find 10-year-old Peter hard at work.
Put all this stuff back in.
He's spending his summer going to work with his mom, but Peter has taken on a job of his own.
We have big bikes, small bikes, mountain bikes, little girl bikes.
People have donated bikes like this purple and pink one to Peter so that he can find a new home for them. Who would you give this bike to?
I don't really know. A girl who needs it.
For each bike, he has a different job to get done.
It's rusty.
Some need new tires, and some need a paint job.
Primer. Black. You want to have more than one layer of paint. That's why I'm painting it where it's already painted. Sometimes it takes me a week, maybe 3 days. It just depends on what it needs. I'm out.
But all need a new home.
There. I look for what problems they have and then fix that and then give them away.
Peter was able to give Dalton Hughes a bike.
I kind of feel lucky because, I've never, just had somebody give me, a bike like that.
But for Peter and Dalton, it's more than just a bike.
They got their bike and then came back and rode with me and our friends.
I'm thankful that he was, nice and he was caring.
Makes me feel good and happy that I'm helping other people. I'm done.